Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Ahsana Nabilah Choudhury, and today I want to talk to you about how to digitize your personal brand. So let's begin with an introduction. I'm a software engineer at multinational investment bank JP Morgan Chase & Co. Working within the corporate and investment banking division, I collaborate with our stakeholders around the world and to deliver end-to-end solutions. In the year 2017, I graduated from the University of Portsmouth with a BSc Honours degree in computing with an industrial placement year at defence and aerospace company BAE Systems. I was also the prize winner for the Best Business Solutions project out of 270 students. Within the same year, I had also presented my project at the 10th BCSWomen Lovelace Colloquium, so I am also a BCS Lovelace 2017 alumna. I had digitized my personal brand in 2016, and this led to me participating in more community engagements, securing public speaking, and enriched my employability. This is what I want to speak to you all about in this lightning talk. So shown on the bottom left of the screen is a timeline of how I digitized my persona. I've been online since 2008, but I've been actively engaging in my journey since 2016. I wanted to share this with you because I didn't join social media with the sole purpose of growing an audience. It happened naturally and gradually over time. I learnt a lot and listened to what my needs were, as well as my audience's needs. 13 years ago, I had joined YouTube. I was into gaming and would therefore make videos about RuneScape and post on my channel. This was my first exposure to online platforms, but I hadn't intended in growing an audience. I posted what I liked, and people who enjoyed the same things soon joined me. In 2010, I discovered a multimedia blogging site called Tumblr. This was my exposure into personal blogging and soon found a group of like-minded people. I posted about my hobbies, things I learned in college, and my musings. My emotive writing engaged others around the world who followed me on my journey. 2 years later, I migrated my blog onto Blogspot, where I found the UK blogging community. I learned more about search engine optimization and how to promote my content to larger audiences. I participated in weekly blogging Q&A sessions and shared my content via Hello Cotton and Bloglovin, where there was a larger group of active users, therefore increasing my chances of getting my content noticed. In 2016, I had increased my engagement on LinkedIn, having joined the platform 2 years prior. I was posting more about my experiences and achievements as a final year computing student. I was engaging with industrial professionals and people who inspired me. I saw my metrics in likes and views had increased, as well as meaningful connections. In 2018, a recruiter for JP Morgan had found my profile on LinkedIn, which then led me to securing my current role. In 2017, I pivoted more towards tech Twitter because I was seeking a community within this particular STEM discipline. I was sharing things that interested me and I interacted with people who inspired me. I later met many of them in conferences, which made experiences feel more personable. I launched my blog on WordPress and utilized my personal Facebook page to drive traffic. People were reading my posts and interacting with them. I was able to create my own platform in a bid to encourage others to embrace STEM and share my experiences. In 2020, I had a sizable and active network where we could reach out to one another. I was able to find community outreach opportunities through my social media and network, including speaking engagements. Having moved to the virtual realm, I was able to participate in nationwide activities and expand my impact. So, how to utilize social media for yourself? Well, here I have what I like to call the 3 pillars of persona. And for this lightning talk, I'm going to use agile methodologies to make things a bit more visual. So what the pillars are, they are the big picture in what you want to achieve. It is the cornerstone of your persona and who you are as a person, both in real life and online. First, we have the foundation. This focuses on tomorrow. This is your main goal. This is the final deliverable. Think of this as the final epic Jura ticket that you're ready to package and go into production. Next, we have objectives. This is what focuses on today. It is the small, achievable goals in SMART formats. Think of this as the MVP at sprint end. Lastly, we have the principles. These are the drivers of the decisions you make. You don't have to say yes to every opportunity. You should be intentional with your collaborations and think about how this brings value to you and your audience. And ask yourself, what are your ethics and values? Shown on the slide here, I have an example of what my pillar of persona would be. So here we have, I am a software engineer aspiring to utilize my platform to share experiences and encourage more women to pursue a future in tech. My goal is to highlight you can be a multifaceted individual and you can embrace your identity within STEM. I am going to achieve this via my blog, collaborations, and community engagement. My values lay within the best interests of my community and to highlight women can thrive in STEM. So in this talk, we are going to look at 3 different platforms for your pillars of persona. First up is LinkedIn. So what you need to do first and foremost is understand who you are as a professional. Take a moment and ask yourself how you would describe yourself in 3 words. And don't be afraid to describe yourself in adjectives that you think are daring. That is what the point is of this exercise. And then once you have your 3 words, think of 5 words. Then showcase this on your LinkedIn. And how to do this is to emboss your persona within the top liner of your profile. Utilize the words from above. In my LinkedIn, I have Ahsana Nabilah Choudhury is an innovative software engineer, strong advocate for women in tech, supportive mentor, energizing public speaker, and successful tech and beauty blogger. Once you have found your keywords and have embossed these within the top line of your LinkedIn profile, showcase your top achievements in the featured section, whether this is presenting at a nationwide conference, achieving really top grades, securing a volunteering position. Next, integrate your employment and volunteering history. Ask yourself 2 questions. What did you do, and where is your impact? Think of this section as an expanded version of your CV. All your experience should go towards who you are as a person, whether it's teaching others how to code, or whether it was tutoring, or even participating as a committee member in your university society. Soft skills also matter as much as technical skills, and they should also be highlighted in your LinkedIn. Connect with like-minded people and inspirational individuals. Don't be afraid to reach out and connect with others you have met through conferences or even events, or those who had done guest lecturing in your university. Showcase your achievements and talk about the journey that you have embarked on. Share interesting and relevant articles, whether this is to do with sustainability, web accessibility, or even beauty. If it is within your area of interest, share it with your network. Finally, feel free to post about your personal values, whether that is diversity and inclusion, women in tech, sustainability, accessibility, whatever it may be. Share this on your profile to also start a conversation with others in your network. Next, we have Twitter. Think about what your goal is when engaging on this platform. It is large and expansive with so many people from around the world and from so many different industries. Is it to enhance and expand your network and meet like-minded people who are within your industry but from other areas of the world? Is it to secure speaking engagements or even volunteering such as course instructing? Or is it even mentorship? Twitter is large and has so many people from so many different walks of life. Your mentor or mentee could simply be one tweet away, even with hashtagging tech Twitter. Engage with inspirational individuals. Whether it's people you have met in conferences or events or socials, feel free to follow them and engage with them and interact with them. Feel free to also showcase a balance between tech and life. We all know that technologists are multifaceted. If your hobbies are to do with nature, exploring, traveling, beauty, fashion, whatever it may be, feel free to show that other part of your life. Don't be afraid to intersect your other platforms. Feel free to share your blog and promote your content via your Twitter. This can also be small personal projects, such as 100 Days of Code, where you dedicate at least 1 hour per day for 100 days learning how to code, learning a new framework, or even refreshing your knowledge. It can also be adapted to learning cloud or anything else. Through doing this, you can also raise your profile and make yourself more visible to other technologists within the industry. Finally, be intentional with your interactions. As I had stated, Twitter is very much a large platform with a lot of different views. If you see something that you don't agree with, feel free to mute, block, and report. Don't feel the inclination to argue back with the original poster. Finally, we have the pillars of persona for blogging. First of all, understand what your genre is and your target audience. What are you interested and what do you want to write about? Is it something to do with tech? Is it something to do with nature? Is it something to do with lifestyle? Whatever it may be, ensure you write about what you enjoy. And as you are consistent, your community and your target audience will soon follow you. You also have the opportunity to create a blog as a platform combining visual and written content. This can be photo diaries of conferences that you have participated in and presented in. It can also be photo diaries of your travels. It can be personal essays. It can also be guest articles where you can invite others to write a segment for your blog. You can also repurpose previous articles. You can take this opportunity to reflect on older blog posts and, in a way, respond to your past self. Finally, think about what you were missing when you first started out. Was it experiences on university, internships, and early careers? Ask yourself what you wish you had when you were starting out and what you would say to your past 5 year self. Would it be a university guide on how to start in your first year and your second year? Would it be what you wanted to know when you were starting out on your placements? Would it be the advice that you would give to others who are applying for grad schemes? Because after all, there will always be someone who was in your shoes. In conclusion, you should think about embracing digital spaces to increase your impact. You can go from just being in your area to the nationwide to even around the world. Be authentic. Don't feel inclined to lead a double life. Who you are online should be who you are in person. Therefore, when people meet you, vice versa, they'll know that this is the real you. Finally, community comes with consistency. Growing an audience via social media might not come overnight, but it can grow as time goes on and as long as you remain consistent. Your community will soon follow you. Be the change you wish to see. Thank you so much for listening, and a huge thank you to BCS Women for having me at the Ada Lovelace Colloquium. Please feel free to connect with me on my blog and my LinkedIn and my Twitter. Thank you again.